Hello, I wanted to give you a quick demo of the real estate app that I created, or I guess the prototype app that I created. Um, so here's the simulator. So this is what it would look like if it were on an iPhone. Um, so I guess the way you start it up is here is it over here. Here's your team green image, and then we click on that. And so originally one of the things we talked about was having everybody that uses it would have a unique login through Infusionsoft. It didn't work out quite like I'd hoped, so that didn't end up being part of it. But if you were to log in, this is where it would be. So you press login and it just goes to this screen. The other two things that we were going to have were weekly videos. So people can view weekly videos, and then they can also give feedback on the course. So let's look at the first one. Let's look at the weekly videos. So click on this, and a little bit about what it's doing right now. So here is the list of videos that you would have that they would have the option of playing. So basically what just happened was the phone did two things here. So first it got some different dates out of a Google Sheet. So one thing we talked about was having like a Google Sheet that you could enter in information, and it would pull information from the Google Sheet that you could use. So basically, I have this Wistia project that has 3 different videos. So this is me playing the guitar, but obviously in your case it would be real estate videos. So there's 3 videos on here, because you can see, and then in this Google Sheet, each one of these cells corresponds to those videos. So this is the first video, the second video, and the third video. And this date is the date that it becomes active. So if you notice, so here's the date, and then here's the time. So March 26th and March 2nd are both in the past, which means that these videos are available to play. But April 20th is in the future, which means not available, and that's why this is grayed out and you can't do anything. So for the ones that are available to play, you can click on them, and they play, and everything works. So at this point, they're streaming. Basically, when you play them like this, they're being streamed off Wistia's website. This other date over here is the expiration date for the course, so it's the same format. It's the date and the time. And so April 30th is what I have it set for at 9:17. I mean, that's kind of arbitrary. You could set it for whatever you want. But what will happen is if we go into this app or go into the list, and we're after April 30th, it will say it'll give an error and say the course is expired and you can't access it. Or if we're inside this list and we try to play a video after the expiration date, it will not work. And so it'll gray everything out, disable everything, and then it will delete all the downloads. So that's kind of how that works. And so that was one of the things we talked about, was being able to view videos from previous weeks and from the current week, but not in the future. And then also have the expiration date. So that does that. Another thing we talked about was doing a download. So currently, when you play this, it's being streamed off the website. So if for small, I mean, my videos are all really small. It's like 11 seconds, so that's not a big deal. But if you're playing really long videos, you don't really want to eat up all your data for your wireless plan. So if you click on this, what it does is it downloads the video to the actual device, and so now when we click on it, it's playing off the device, and you're not using any data through your wireless plan. So that's kind of nice. You can download things, and then you can go ahead and also you can delete the downloads, and it works nicely. So that's the features for the video list. The second one was the give feedback. So you wanted people to be able to give feedback on the course. So it's pretty simple here. There's a text box for positive feedback, a text box for improvement feedback, and then after they enter things in, they can go ahead and they can submit. When you're using the simulator, you can't actually send emails because there's no account, but normally on an iPhone, most people would have an account set up, and so you could send an email. So it's not going to send an email, but this is what it looks like, the format. So hopefully you get better feedback than hi, but that's just what I was typed in when I was testing. So this is the email that comes in. So positive feedback, and here's your positive stuff, improvement, and this is the things you can improve on. And you could add, I mean, right now, and you can add multiple emails, so it'll send to different ones, not just It won't just send to one email; it can send to multiples. But that's the feedback of that's the layout and the feedback email. So those are the two things that it does. I wasn't able to get to the other stuff, meaning like the push notifications and the weekly meetings and the partner stuff, but I was able to do these two things. So anyway, that's the end of the demo. Thanks.